I used the same fabric to make 3 different patterns. Let me show you how they turned out. Hi, it's Hannah with Fabric Café. Welcome back to What Quilting Taught Me. This is a series where I show you a quilt that I've made and how I did things differently or where I broke the rules. And I also share any mistakes or trouble I ran into and how I fixed them. Today, we're doing something a little bit different. I made matching Halloween quilts for 2 of my sisters and I, but I used different patterns for all of them, so they each have their own flair. And for one of the quilts, we threw in an extra fabric. Let me show you the first one. This is our evening stroll pattern from our book, 1 Block 3 Yard Quilts. I made this one for my sister Grace. Now, I wanted my sisters to participate in this project, so I made them both pick the pattern they wanted. And this is what Grace picked. Now, I kept the pattern basically as is. The only thing I tweaked was that I made the focus border a little bit bigger because I had some extra fabric, so I wanted to show off this zombie print a little more. Now, this print is very large, so I was going to be cutting off some of the zombie pinups here and there. To help with that, I laid my blocks out in such a way that it almost looked like the picture was continuing from block to block. See right here, you can see here's part of her, and then we have up here, we have the other part. So it's not perfectly seamless, but it does give this nice kind of through line. And I think this would be a really fun technique to try with a full yard panel as well. It would be like you're peering through a window. And I love how these diamonds frame out all of our focus blocks, and I think it has a bit of a 50s flair. This quilt has a lot of half square triangles, but I found a way to make that easier to manage. But before we talk about that, let's check out some new Halloween fabric. To really show you how versatile 3-yard quilts are, we have a great new Halloween kit. This kit is available at fabriccafe.com. Now, since I used the same fabric in 3 different quilts, I'm going to show you what this kit looks like in all 3 of those patterns. So first, let's look at this fabric and where it would go in this one. So we have our focus, which is these fantastic pumpkins, which I love so much. We have a ton of different textures, and I like that the coloring, it does have the orange for Halloween, but it also has these nice pops of pink, which I think is really sweet. That's going to go in our big block, and it will for all of our quilts. Our number 2 is this really nice spider web. It's very soft and delicate on a cream background, similar to what I have here. And that's going to go in our number 2 positions for all 3 of our quilts. And then for our number 3, we have this great spider web again. It's the same print as our number 2, but on a black background instead. So we have a really great contrast between all 3 of these. This is going to go everywhere you see our nice diamonds here with our moons and stars. And that will be the number 3 for all of the quilts we look at today. Now you can see on the screen an image of this new kit and my zombie quilts in the evening stroll pattern. I think both of them turned out really nice. Now the only thing I did was make that border a little bit bigger, which I think highlights the focus, but the other one is still fantastic. You still get a nice little peekaboo of that orange and pink on the border. And I love how much contrast there is between all 3 fabrics, which I think is really important for the patterns we're talking about today. The whole idea for these quilts started with this zombie pinup fabric. Someone sent in the same fabric but in a different colorway for Fran to match in a Matchmaker episode, and I fell in love with this fabric. I loved the retro flair combined with the Halloween style. I just thought it was so much fun. And I thought my sisters Grace and Tonya would really like it too. They both also like Halloween and appreciate that classic vintage style. So I got 3 yards of it, but I needed matchers. So I went fabric shopping with Tonya, who is also a quilter, and she helped me pick them out. I fully intended to get simple mottled textures in a cream and black, maybe a gray, and maybe even get different ones for all of us based on our preferences. But then we found these moons and stars in this spider web. Now, I was actually a little bit nervous about using these moons and stars because I was worried it might get too busy. But Tonya inspired me to get bold. We sent pictures to Grace and she was on board. So that is how we ended up with all 3 of us getting the same fabrics because it was what we all liked the most. And I'm so glad we did. For our number 1, we have our great zombie pinup fabric on this kind of mauve background. the print is pretty large and the tones are a little on the downside, so we needed to brighten it up a little. So for our number 2, we have this great spider web on cream, and this added a lot of warmth, and it goes with all of these different like cream tones we have scattered throughout our fabric. It also is a much smaller packed print, which reads more like a textural, so it would really fall to the back and be the supporting role that we look for in a fabric number 2. Now, our stars and moons are more of a medium print, and I love the pops of gold. I really think that ties in the cream for our number 2 and these touches of cream and gold we have in our focus. Having the 3 different size prints works really well. It lets each print have their own moment, and they're not fighting for attention. If all 3 of your prints are too close in scale or color, it can get a little muddled. Now, for backings, I did pick different backings for each one of us, and I tried to pick fabrics that I thought my sisters would enjoy. So for Grace, I picked little black cats on a soft kind of tan cream. Now, I thought the color was very complementary and contrasting with our binding. You can see, because our binding has black with gold hints, and this is like the opposite. Grace loves cats. She's always wanted a black cat, so here's my little contribution to that quest. I did something special when I was cutting my focus fabric for these quilts. I didn't completely fussy cut it because I needed to make sure I would be able to get enough squares from 1 yard of fabric. But I also wanted to make sure I got a nice balance of the prints and didn't cut off too many of my zombie ladies' heads. So I would cut my width of fabric strips like normal, but instead of keeping it folded while I cut it, I would lay it flat so that I could see what each cut was going to look like. This meant that I could play around a little bit with the placement, and I did this for all 3 quilts. Now, like I mentioned at the quilt, this pattern has a lot of half square triangles in it, so it might seem a little intimidating. Conveniently though, this is a 1-block quilt. So instead of making all half square triangles at one time, I just made them for 1 block at a time. Then I would make the whole block, bordering all of it, before I moved on to the rest of my half square triangles. This really both broke up my half square triangles, which was helpful, and it allowed me to feel very accomplished because I made a whole block. I was getting to see it all come together a little bit at a time. This is a great way to break up projects when you have a lot of half square triangles or more intricate piecing that you don't want to do in one sitting. Just take it 1 block at a time. And don't be afraid to just take your time and enjoy it. I think this quilt was totally worth it to make all those half square triangles because it turned out so beautiful. I love these diamonds that they create on the quilts. So after the quilt was sewn, it was time for our long arm quilting. I sent this quilt to one of our long arm quilters, Lucinda Cox of Yellow Rose Quilt and Stitch Studio. There's a link to her website in our description. I made my sisters pick out their own quilting as well. So I would send them the options and let them pick their favorites. The first, called Argyle. I really like the fun geometric print that it has. I think it complements the geometric diamonds in the quilt, that nice flare. Our second look is Spiderweb Simple. And this is just a classic Halloween motif. You know, you can't go wrong with a good spiderweb quilt design on a Halloween quilt. Then our number 3 is West Wind Halloween. This incorporates spiderwebs in swirls and stars. I think it has kind of an elegant Halloween design to it. Grace chose the third option, which I think looks so nice in the quilt. I love the stars that are in it because it picks up all of our stars and our number 3 fabric, and it just has this nice elegant swirl on the quilt. Now, all 3 of us chose a warm gray thread for our quilting. We thought it would complement our focus fabric the most. It would kind of blend with the skin of our zombies and not cover them up. Now for the backing thread, Lucinda's just used that same gray, so it would complement against this. You would still see it, but it wouldn't distract from our cute little kitties. So there's Grace's quilt all finished. Let's see what I did for Tonya. Tonya picked our pattern Enchanting from the book Magic of 3-Yard Quilts. And as you can see, we incorporated an extra fabric in the quilt. Tonya and I both thought that it would be nice to make the diamonds in between the blocks a different color. So I used that here, as well as on our binding. This was an easy way to spice up the quilt and give it a little extra flair. Now all of the quilts that we picked can use a directional fabric in the focus position right here. And that was very important since our zombie ladies are directional. I actually think this was the fastest of the 3 patterns. There's a very minimal amount of half square triangles, which was really great to do right after Grace's quilts. And there's also something extra fun about this block. So let's put it on the table and I'll show you how it's made. First, let's check out how this quilt looks in the new Halloween fabric compared to mine. So you can see on the screen my version next to a regular 3-yard version. And I think both of them are fantastic. I like how the focus fabric is in our diamonds in the regular 3-yard version. It still lets them stand out on their own, which I think is really helpful the way the fabric is balanced. But I gotta say I love that extra pop of color. It is so much fun, and I love that red being out on the binding too. It just adds a little pizzazz. So for the 4th fabric, we pulled in a dark red because we thought it complemented the red that appears in some of our ladies' outfits, as well as their lipstick. Now, normally the binding for this quilt is done with our fabric number 3, but we used our red out here instead. But don't worry, that fabric is gonna come in handy later. This block is super easy to make. It is a 1-block quilt. Now, you start with your square, very easy, and then you just add a strip assembly unit on the top and bottom. One is just rotated, it's the same one. Then you make another unit on the sides, and this, I'll show you on this one, it is just a half square triangle sewn onto a strip unit, sewn onto another half square triangle. This whole thing is taken and flipped right here. So it's very simple. These strip unit assemblies go so fast. It was a lot of fun to make. It was a very easy quilt to add that 4th fabric to for our diamonds, because all you need to do is replace all the focus fabric in your half square triangles with whatever additional fabric you wanted. So you just follow the cutting instructions for your focus half square triangles. It made it very straightforward and easy. For Tonya's backing, I picked out these fun little bottles and stars and things like that. I thought it looked really nice against the red binding, and it also has this nice touch of metallic, which is fun. I picked it for Tonya because for some reason it made me think a little of Stevie Nicks with all of her flowing dresses and scarves and lace. And Tonya is the one who introduced me to Stevie Nicks. And she has, Tonya has a little bit of that bohemian style herself, so it just fit to me. I sent this quilt to another one of our long arm quilters, Mitzi Pearson of Tyler Rose Quilting. There's a link to her website in the description as well. Our first one is Broken Glass. And I think this is a really fun take for a Halloween quilt. It's very edgy and fun, and it also highlights that geometric. Our number 2, we got that classic spiderweb again. And I really like how it's spaced out on the quilt. I think it's very complimentary. Tonya went with the spider webs. And while Grace has mimicked the fabric number 3 a little more with the quilting, this one really picks up the spiderweb design we have in our fabric number 2. And with that light gray thread, I think it really warms up the quilt and adds a nice pop. And on the back, she just used that gray thread again, which I think looks so good with those bottles and the pops of silver metallic. It gives so much interest to the back, and no matter what way this quilt ends on the couch, it's gonna look awesome. All right, last, let's check out my quilt. I picked the Elation pattern from our book, Stash Busting with 3-Yard Quilts. This quilt is also a 1-block, just made in 2 different colorways. And what's really fun about this pattern is you can use a layer cake square in the center of your blocks too. The only thing I changed up about this pattern was my binding. Remember how I had extra fabric 3 that I didn't use for Tonya's binding? Well, I used it here. This pattern originally calls for the fabric number 2 for the binding, but I wanted to keep it dark and seamless between the border and the binding. I was originally just gonna pull a black scrap from my fabric stash, but since I had that extra fabric, it was perfect. I love how all of the patterns we chose have this sort of diamond motif right here. It reminds me a little bit of a checkered floor, which feels very 50s to me. That was not intentional, but I think it was a really fun result. There are 2 other things that all 3 quilts have in common that I didn't realize until they were all done. If you catch it, let me know in the comments. And you might find things that I didn't think of too. First, let's check out how this quilt looks in the new Halloween fabric compared to mine. They both look fantastic. I love that we have kind of a softer version with mine since it's on a pink background, The print in that other one is nice and sweet and whimsical. Again, we have that really strong contrast, and you can see why it's so important for these patterns, because we need to see those diamonds and how they interact. Now, this quilt does not have any house square triangles in it. These sides of our blocks right here are all made with stitch and flip. You make 8 different kinds of units, all following the same method. We have a rectangle with a little stitch and flip on one corner. We have shorter rectangles on the top and bottom of our blocks, and then we have longer rectangles on the sides so that it all evens out. You also have to make 2 different directions for both of your colorways so that you can meet up and you get this nice little corner right here. A little tip I found while working on these stitch and flips is to make sure that you sew on the fat side. Let me tell you what I mean. So when you do a stitch and flip, you have your big piece, then you have your little square with a line drawn from corner to corner, and you're gonna sew that following the diagrams from corner to corner along that line. Now, I started by sewing here on that little side, and my machine kept catching the fabric and eating it. I started doing it over here because you can see there's a lot more fabric to work with. And as soon as I realized that, it made the sewing so much easier and there was no more fabric eating. So if you're doing stitch and flips where you have a kind of skinny side and then a more chunky side, always start on the chunky side. All right, for my backing, I went with a nice black spider web, just kind of mimicking the spider web in the front. I don't have any profound reason why I selected this fabric for myself, besides the fact that I liked it. And I think that's enough. Pick the fabric that makes you happy. It makes the quilting even more fun. And speaking of quilting, let's see what I picked out. I sent this quilt back to Lucinda. I just went back and forth, whoever was available. So the first one is All Hallows Eve. And this one has a lot of fun Halloween motifs, spider webs, spiders, bats, moons. The second one is Over the Rainbow. This was another more geometric, and it kind of has a vintage flair to it. And I just think that shows you don't have to do Halloween quilting, even if it's on a Halloween quilt. And then for our number 3, she sent that spiderweb simple again, that nice classic look. I went with the spider webs, just like Tonya had done. I almost selected that first option, All Hallows Eve, but I actually already have a quilt that Lucinda did for me with that design. There is no reason why I couldn't have duplicated it, but I just felt like doing something different. She used the same gray thread that she did on Grace's quilt for mine and on the back as well, so you can see it there. I like it, just mimics that nice flow of the spider web, so it's like they're working together. I am so excited to take this quilt home, ready for Halloween festivities. Now we have a very special set of quilt photos to share today. Jeanette had the same idea as me, and she made matching Halloween quilts for her daughter, daughter-in-law, and herself. I love it. Jeanette, these are amazing. She made our Grace pattern, So Quick, and Evening Stroll. And I really like, so she used the same focus and number 2, but all 3 of her fabrics for her number 3 are different. So they each got a different texture of black. I think that's a really fun way to spice it up too. Let everyone have their own little unique flair to it. These looked so good. I love them so much, Jeanette, and I just think it's so much fun that other people are doing this too. If you would like the chance to have one of your quilts featured in a video or our social media, then be sure to send photos of your quilts to quiltstars@fabriccafe.com. And remember, if you want to make your own version of the Evening Stroll, Enchanting, or Elation quilts, we have that great kit that we showed you earlier. And if you liked all these patterns, we have a couple build your own book bundles where you can get a bundle of 3 or 6 books of your choosing together at a discounted price. So you could build a bundle with 1 block 3-yard quilts, the magic of 3-yard quilts, and stash busting with 3-yard quilts, and get all the patterns that I use today. I had a lot of fun with this process. It was a great way to work with my sisters on my quilting projects. And even though I made the quilts, it was still a very collaborative process. If you would like to see even more ways on how fabric can change up a pattern, then be sure to watch the video that pops up. Happy quilting!